I just found $197,000 in unbilled work sitting in a Tradie Fergus account. Not overdue invoices. These jobs were never even sent. Leave them too long and you can't bill them. I'll show you the exact Fergus trick to find this money before it's gone for good. This happens when you're busy. Jobs get done, but the paperwork piles up. If you're the one doing the invoicing, it's easy to fall behind. If your team does it, you can just assume it's being done. Either way, without a way to check, you're flying blind. Here's the problem. Every week that passes, your chance of getting paid drops. Wait a few months and you can't bill at all. That's money you'll never see. I'm going to walk you through 3 steps that are going to help you resolve this and make sure it never happens in your business. We're going to look at making sure you get jobs into Fergus immediately, making sure that you can see the jobs moving through the stages in the Fergus dashboard. And then last, I'm going to show you 2 reports that are going to help you find that hidden money. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing the billing or your staff are doing it, you can have someone follow up and find exactly what's going wrong. The first step is to make sure that you capture every job in Fergus. First, if it's not there, if it's not in Fergus, if it doesn't exist, even if you don't have all the details yet, log the job as soon as it's booked so it's trackable. If it's not there, you could have guys going to site, doing jobs, and forgetting to log them, and that's gone. You can never track it. No matter what you do, no matter what I show you today, you will not find that. So the first step is get the job in. When someone calls up and wants you to come out and look at a site, get that job in as a site visit. Get it in on the immediate time that they call up. That way you're going to be able to track it through Fergus. Second, make sure you use the Fergus home dashboard. This is a great dashboard that allows you to track through the stages, through when things first come in, through the pricing, to making sure that you've got it priced, into the scheduling, into the progress to make sure that the job gets done, making sure that any invoices and job costs get on there. This is less important for quoting, but it's really important to keep these areas clean. Into invoicing and ultimately catching up those payments, right? So if you follow these and you keep these up to date and clean, you won't have too many issues. But things can still slip through the cracks, and particularly when you start to get a lot of things building up over time. You might have jobs that are moving around. You might have jobs that you had to put on hold and you've got to come back to, and it can get really confusing. Now here's the gold. There's 2 reports that can catch missing money in minutes. We have the work in progress and the invoice reports. I'm going to show you those right now and show you how to run them so that you can find this cash leaking out of your business. Now in Fergus, all the reports are sitting in this 3-bar area here. And I often find that a lot of tradies don't really look at the reports. They don't really understand that they're there. So the first one we're going to look at is this WIP, work in progress report. So you click on that and then you're going to choose certain parameters. So here we have, so you can choose the date. So in this case, I'm looking at some old potential invoices here, or old work that's done up until a couple of months ago. All the stuff that really probably should have been billed. In the custom filters, we can choose what we want. Charge up quote estimate. What you really want to look at here is in this area here, active. The estimate's been sent. It's ready to price. The quote's been sent. We're not worried about things that are completed. We're not worried where the quote's been rejected or the estimate's rejected, because those things are probably done. We're looking at the rest. And what we really want to look at is, the totals, and the invoiced is really important here. We could also look at labor and those things, but ultimately what we want to look at here is what's going on. And then you're going to get a list of all of these items and you're going to get this information. So you're going to get your total chargeable. This is the amount that you should be able to charge. If it's a charge up, it's the charge up amount. When it's a quote, we can ignore this because we're going to have a quotable amount from the quote. And that's going to be our priced total. We're also going to end up with looking at our uninvoiced costs and the total that's been invoiced. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to run this as a CSV, and this is still loading, but you can run this as a CSV, and you can then get this in an Excel spreadsheet, and you can run it through there and do all the sort of checking that you want to do. So you can see here, this is downloading to a CSV. Now, this alone, for one of my customers recently, found about $150,000 of unbilled work. Then we want to go now and look at the customer invoicing piece. So in this one here, we then look at the customer invoice report, and I have one set up here already. And what we're looking at here is we're looking to understand what's not been sent, what's still in draft. So you've got over here, you can choose draft. Here you can also choose to sort it and see what's not been sent. So now you're looking at what are all the invoices that should have gone out that haven't been sent out yet. And again, if you look at an older period, you might want to look at a couple of months ago, everything that should have been billed by now. So in this case, this particular case, there was another 22 grand found there with this customer. So overall, around about $197,000 that could or should or will be billed. Now, if you leave it too long, you're going to miss out on that money. Run these reports today. You might find enough to pay for a new ute, or at least a weekend out. If you want more ways to plug profit leaks, hit subscribe. Check the link below for my free profit health check.
Do what you've always done, or do something new.